In 1996, Vietnam veteran Dan Moore wrote this following piece in response to a letter he had received from a young man named Adam. Listen as I read excerpts from Dan's response to Adam. What is a Vietnam veteran? Vietnam veterans are men and women. We are dead or alive, whole or maimed, sane or haunted. We grew from our experiences, or we were destroyed by them, or we struggled to find someplace in between. We lived through hell, or we had a pleasant if scary adventure. We were Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Red Cross, and civilians of all sorts. Some of us enlisted to fight for God and country, and some were drafted. Some were gung-ho, and some went kicking and screaming. Like veterans of all wars, we lived closer to death than most people like to think about. If Vietnam vets differ from others, perhaps it is primarily in the fact that many of us never saw the enemy or recognized him or her. We heard gunfire and mortar fire, but rarely looked into enemy eyes. Those who did are often haunted by those eyes. Electric fears that ran between ourselves, our enemies, and the likelihood of death for one of us. We are crazies dressed in camo, wide-eyed, wary, homeless, and drunk. We are Brooks Brothers suit wearers, housewives, grandmothers, and church deacons, college professors engaged in the rational pursuit of the truth about the history or politics or culture of the Vietnam experience. And we are sleepless, often sleepless. We pushed paper, shovels, drove jeeps, bulldozers, built bridges, toted machine guns through dense brush, and paddy. Many of us have never seen Vietnam. We waited at home for those we loved. For some, our worst fears were realized. For others, our loved ones came back but never would be the same. We came home and marched in protest marches, sucked in tear gas, shrieked our anger and horror for all to hear. We sat alone in small rooms in VA hospital wards, places where only the crazy go. We are Republicans, Democrats, Socialists, Confucians, Buddhists, and atheists. Though, as usually is the case, even the atheists among us sometimes pray to get out of there alive. We are hungry and we are sated, full of life or clinging to death. We got too old too quickly. Some of us have never grown up. We want to go back to heal wounds and revisit the sites of our horror. Or we want to never to see that place again, to bury it, its memories, its meaning. We want to forget, and yet we wish we could remember. Despite our differences, we have so much in common. There are a few of us who don't know how to cry, though we often do it alone when nobody will ask what's wrong. We're afraid we might have to answer. If you want to know what a Vietnam veteran is, go to Washington, go to the wall. There will be hundreds there, no thousands. Listen to them, touch the wall with us, rejoice a bit, cry a bit, no cry a lot. I'm a Vietnam veteran, and after 30 years, I think I am beginning to understand what that means.